All right, golf group, you're back and doing good, right? Yes, you are. I see a head behind this camera, by the way, so if you see me answering a question, it's coming from a person that's not up here. Anyway, you guys are looking good. It's going to be a good day, so come on out and hit the ball straight. Try to play a little faster. Other than that, have fun. Welcome back to the 26T studio.
I'm Dunsey.
And I'm Gags.
Once again, we're going to bring you the highlights and the lowlights of the Golf Group League at Fox Hills Classic.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about some great shots and some blunders and some awesome stories.
And remind you of all the funniest and classic meltdowns that happened.
Right. I'm sure we'll throw in some stats and some stories. And
mixed with humor and lots of sarcasm.
It's all about Wednesday golf.
And Wednesday golfers.
Welcome back, everyone,
to Mulligan's Island.
Well, as you see, the band is back together here.
Did I try?
Campbell Staley.
To put him back up.
And here's Mr. Campbell, his first swing in the golf league in X amount of years. As you can see, he's still ugly.
No pressure. The camera's running. I've been through 27 operations, and I'm still ugly.
Woo.
Why do I have to play him?
Well, how'd that feel, Mr. Campbell?
I felt good. Felt good. Yeah, glad to be back. Good to see the old guys. I'm happy.
When you say old, it's O-L-D or O-L-E?
O-L-E.
Okay.
O-L-E, mother.
No. Oh. Mike, we always want to start with like weather report, and I'll tell you what. Speaking of teeing it up and hitting it out of the park, whew,
yesterday was spectacular.
Beauty.
You couldn't have ordered the day to be any better.
Yep.
It was warm with just a touch of a breeze to keep you from getting too hot.
Yeah.
It was perfect day for golf.
Sunshine, and Mike, we were able to gather up in front of Fox Hills Clubhouse and enjoy everybody's company outside.
That was a blast afterward. For those of you that stayed, for those of you that didn't, you should think about it next week. We had a lot of fun. They served us out there. Everything was great.
And for those of you that remembered to bring your chairs, we were a lot more comfortable than the wrought iron people.
I think so.
Well, we had some shocking news at the top of the leaderboard and made some interesting notes about handicap from discussion with Jack. And so let's start at the top of the leaderboard, Mike.
Well, after another remarkable round from Tim Joy, and a pretty decent round from Doc Keskis, Joy and Keskis are on top of the leaderboard in first place by 6 points.
Wow!
It is unbelievable.
Is that never happened in Mulligan's Island blog before, has it?
No. They've never been on. Matter of fact, they've been on the bottom most of the time. So there's like a 22 place swing here.
Yeah. And some of it is attributed to our new handicap system, which Jack Kuchar asked a question about.
Asked a question, and if you look at your emails in Golf League Network, you'll see that I sent out an explanation yesterday. Last year was the first year that we put the handicap system into place, and I think it's probably taken a full season to cycle through and actually get everybody kind of where they belong. Now, having said that, Tim Joy is playing out of his butt. He really is. He's playing really well for his level, and getting that low nets and really decent scores for him. So that has a lot to do with it.
Sure.
In second place, also a team that struggled last year, Dozy and Morano.
JMO.
Hitting from the forward tees. FT. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, the FTs we've got to talk about the FTs.
The front tee boys.
You guys are playing from the whites right now. You're going to be playing from the blues later.
We are the front tee boys.
Do you think that that hinders you when you have to play from two different tees on the same day?
No.
Not at all? You think it's an advantage?
it's certainly an advantage.
Okay.
Without question, it's an advantage.
Very good, John. What do you think?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So Ron, how did your match turn out last week when you had to play the guys that got the tee off, at the forward tees?
Well, despite their huge handicap, we tied.
I guess that's not bad then.
Yeah. No. We tied. I won.
Anyway, they're in second place with 133 points, 6 points out of first. They're tied with another team that was down low last year, Doc Bears and Sammy Stokel.
They were bottom dwellers last year, and man.
So 133 points each. They're in second place. And then tied for fourth place, Waite and Ward at 132. And, of course, by his prediction, Mr. Badwarren Radgens and Jim Pathausen. They're both at 132, 1 point behind.
Right.
Usually we don't go any farther than that, but Sinagra and Stella are in sixth place with 131 points. So we have 5 teams between 131 and 133.
Now, Waite and Ward managed to stay up there despite the fact they were no-shows.
Yeah, they weren't there. But they brought in their old school Hall of Fame subs.
Yep.
Steve Staley and Tim Campbell.
Yep, the band's back together, boys.
And we had the fortunate ability to play them yesterday, and it was just a blast. Did you
laugh at all or have any fun?
Did we laugh? Yes, we did, and we had a lot of fun, and we ended up tying 20-20.
So, big match today, Horton Gagliard.
It's the battle of the mediocres.
Battle in the basement? What are you talking about?
We're working on that, man.
So are we.
I think we're going to get it, though.
You got it?
I think we got it locked in the thing, yeah.
Our goals are always lofty, at least top 10.
If we're top 10, that's like a home run.
Time for low-growth scores, Mike.
We had some really good scores yesterday. It was enough to make your hair stand on end. I'm telling you
Turn
what.
your glasses upside down when you see some of these names, I'll tell you.
Marty Ratson shot 38.
Who did he play yesterday, Mike?
I think he played Jeff Horton, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he was the low gross of the day.
Shot. Superman.
Dozy from the front tees, Florio,
FTs.
and JVH, James, who played against Dozy from the back tees, all shot 39. And Larry English, Jeff Horton, and Jeff Sarabian all shot 40. That's your gross scores, 40 and under.
Yeah, let's work our way.
7 guys.
Let's work our way to low net because you'll see some surprises down there.
Low net.
Yeah.
Dave Schaff,
who we thought was lost. We didn't see him for like an hour after the last.
We all had dinner, and it took a long time for that pizza to get there, and the pizza was gone by the time he got there.
And then he comes stumbling in. We thought either was early for next week or
he
just was
net
gone.
27 to tie Tim Joy's low net of the year. I mean, that was 3 strokes better than the second place low nets, which was Ron Fry, Tim Joy again, and Scott Kapler, who all shot net 30. Mark Baldwin, Cam Miller, and James Van Horn, net 31. Larry English, Jim Pathausen, net 32. John Morano, net 33. 9 other guys shot net 34. We'll run them on the screen.
Right.
And 5 guys shot net 35, which means 24 guys, or 55% of our league, shot net par or better.
Now, we played in front of Larry English, and he birdied the first 2 holes.
He was on fire. Keskis, net 34. So you got Keskis at net 34 and Joy at net 30. It's hard to beat that. Especially when you're giving them like 18 strokes.
Every week, Mike, we have the low net and the low gross, and then we have other things, and then we have, what do we call it?
That guy that doesn't shoot low net.
Oh, I got it. You ready?
Yeah.
Hacker of the week. Take it away, Mike. Who we got?
Frank Yaquinto.
Frankie.
Frank shot 54 yesterday for a net 43. That was the highest net score yesterday. Now, Frank's been really busy getting his restaurants going and, trying to recover from the COVID shutdown. So I can understand he might have been distracted, but net 43, Frank? I don't know.
Let's fix that, okay? Let's fix it. And then we also have, when a team takes it on the chin, that's also called the beatdown of the week. Who was it? Hope it wasn't me.
Well, if you're the hacker of the week,
you got a chance.
You sometimes make it possible for your team to be the victims of the beatdown of the week. And boy, oh boy, this was a beatdown. This is a beatdown for the ages. Tim Joy, net 30, and Doc Keskis, net 34, beat O'Neill and Yaquinto 32-8.
Like a steel drum.
32-8.
Wow, thanks for showing up, boys.
Pat O'Neill got 5 points and Frank got 3. But there was some good matches.
Shouldn't say that. That's rude.
There were some good matches. We had 2 ties yesterday. Chris Bartnicki and myself tied, not Waite and Ward, but Staley and Campbell, their subs, 2020. And Dave Schaff and Dave Thomas tied Sinagra and Stella, 2020.
Did they just give up? They were out there so long, did they just give up?
I don't know.
Just say, let's tie and go drink? I don't know.
And then 2 real close matches. Brunk and Miller. Fred Brunk playing with Cam's clubs.
Yeah, we have to look into that. That might be a violation of some
21-19 over Johnson & Johnson.
I forgot him.
And Dozy and Morano playing from the forward tees, 21-19 over Musson and Van Horn.
So he forgot his clubs.
Warren and James.
Yeah, he forgot his clubs.
Fred Brunk left his clubs in his office.
Forgot. Let's see, I got hat, money, car.
Well, we can explain it. Let's go to the video.
All
All right,
go.
so explain to me what you're doing today.
Well, my golf clubs are in my office, and I thought they were in the trunk of my car. So I showed up today. I have no golf clubs. I'm playing in sandals. I have no golf balls and no tees. My partner is willing to let me use his clubs, and our opponents have agreed
You sure about
for that
that?
to happen.
Sure. For Fred, anything.
You have shoes on. That's good.
With
So, if I shoot better than I normally do, I definitely need new clubs.
I agree.
Here's the thing is, the reason he took his bag into his office was to put a bottle of bourbon in the bag. Apparently one cannot carry the bottle of bourbon out to the bag, one has to carry the bag
No,
into the
that
office.
is not true. Yesterday was Cam's birthday. We all golfed together to celebrate his birthday. But
Happy
I
birthday,
thought
Cam.
Thank
I
you.
left the clubs in the car, but the dog got involved, and now the clubs are.
You know, I have a list
We didn't see that.
that I kind of check off in my head when I'm going golfing, make sure I got my GPS and my beer and my cigars, and clubs are not on that list. I never thought I'd forget those.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Forgot your clubs.
Really?
Oh, that's okay. It's funny though. Mike, there's been some questions about the X. Not the X in Xavier University, but our Golf League X. Let's try to run it through quickly here, Mike.
All right, without getting into a lot of detail, if you do not finish a hole for any reason except that they gave you the last putt, you put down an X.
That's the X factor. Mike, generally we have 2 jackpots. It's the Sheeny Pool, JMO runs it, and the Wardo Pool, which currently seems to be broken.
The CEO, Doug Ward, was absent yesterday. He was off on a golf trip or something. He didn't designate anybody to take care of it. Everything was total chaos. The whole Wardo Pool is a mess,
It's
and
a mess.
it probably needs to be impeached.
Right, yeah, just get rid of it, roll it up, burn it, throw it away.
If you have money that you have paid into it, yesterday or last week, I hope you get your money back, but
with interest.
I don't think there's any guarantee on the banks here, so it could be a problem. However, I'd like to take this moment to congratulate John Morano, who runs a very, very organized and well-run shinny pool. There's never any question about how it works. Everybody pays in advance. It's simple. He tells us who won. He tells us how much. Great job, John.
Right.
So the shinny pool yesterday, Andy Mundros won on the 4th hole. Now, the shinny pool was doubled yesterday because we took all the money from last week and brought it to this week. Andy Mundros, $114.
Oh, I bet you we'll probably get some beer from that next week.
I hope so.
Right.
1 hole later, Scott Kapler on hole number 5 won $26.
That's not enough to really buy, though.
No, but Fred Brunk, who played with Cam's clubs, won 2 holes later at $52.
That qualifies.
And Mark Baldwin, $52 on the last hole.
That also qualifies.
So, yeah. So the expectation is that Andy, Fred, and Mark will be buying next week.
Right. Mike, we've completed 6 weeks and no rainouts yet, the complete rainouts, but it was good to see everybody again. And
yes, it was.
Yeah.
14 weeks to go, and it's stacking up to be a very interesting season.
Yeah, there's no front runner this year. Maybe the front runners last year are just laying in the weeds after last year's disappointment.
Could be.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's Mulligan's Island. And Mike, anything you want to say to end this thing up here today?
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait a minute. Should I give that to you? I don't know what you got. Something missing. I need to fuck
We got it on tape.